All right, so I'm back. This is Ray from Ray's United, and I thought, you know what? After the, somewhat, I wouldn't say melancholic, but somewhat, I wouldn't say downbeat as well. I would say somewhat an upfront sort of video that I did the last time. I think it struck a chord, it struck a nerve, and people are beginning to come forward. I've got a few messages, a few correspondence, and most of which are just sort of by the wayside news, but one has given me optimism that we are going to get to mass KYC, but there is still a long way to go. So I'm going to tell you exactly how that happened, and I'll also elaborate exactly what the timeline, as it were, could be. Remember, the word is the phrase is could be, not would be or will be. So without further ado, you know what to do. Smash that like button, guys, if you haven't yet done so. But I know you always do. Smash it. It helps with the algorithm, and YouTube would also push it forward. That's all you can do for the channel. As long as you're not, even if you're a member, you still smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't yet done so. Obviously become a member as well, and I will be right back. All right, I'm back. This is Ray from Ray's United. As you can see, I'm at work and doing this one. So I've taken a break and I'm doing this for you. So a few days ago, obviously as I'm recording this video, it is the 21st of September, which means I released on the 22nd of September. So today is the 22nd of September, as you're watching, but I've recorded it, or I'm recording it on the 21st. So this is what it is. The core team, obviously, I think their nerves were struck with the video that I released. I think they were getting nervous with the fact that a lot of pioneers were not resting easy. Sort of the narrative around was that the core team weren't forthcoming with certain news, and a few people, minority of pioneers, sort of are saying, yeah, we should give them time, listen, that. I get it. Listen, I get it. Give them time is one of it, which I believe we are giving them. But the only thing I've been asking and I've been advocating, especially the past few days, is that, listen, let the news be flowing. Let it be, even if there is no update or there are no updates, let them know that you're working on things, such and such and such. Because the chat's not really, I mean, people don't really go there. I per se don't go there often. I don't have the luxury to go there often because I'm doing YouTube and I'm working full time. So, the core team would definitely have to come up with something, and I think something more structural, something more procedurized, so they can, or they will be able to do things in a way that most pioneers will be satisfied. You can't satisfy everyone, but you can satisfy most. And right now, people are becoming a bit uneasy. And from what I can see, the last video that was released was absolutely spot on. I don't care what anyone says, it was absolutely spot on. I've always spoken in favor of the core team. I never will go against what they're doing, but the only thing I am not in alignment with them, I'm not in alignment with respect to the core team, is the fact that news or some news aren't forthcoming, and that is what is making people not rest that easy. Okay, so in the next segment, I'm going to tell you a few things with respect to mass KYC and whose nerves were struck as a result of the video that was released, and when I've been told mass KYC could occur or not. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. This is Ray from Ray's United. So some people's nerves were struck, or their chord was struck, because that particular video I released. Remember, my video is all about quality, not quantity. So it doesn't matter the amount of people that watch, is who's watching. And somehow it struck a nerve, and I received a few correspondence, most of whom want to remain anonymous, and I have to respect that. So I'm not going to tell you who they are, of course, I can't. But yesterday I was reliably informed that a nerve was struck, and they obviously would one day want to do a show with me. I'm talking about the core team, but they don't have the time at the moment, and I respect that. But they know that I do quality content, not quantity. So I don't go touting prices here and there. I don't go telling people lies about, things I believe they want to hear. I say it as it is. And if there is news, I'll give you. If there are no news or there is no news, I am not going to give you anything other than go through other things as well. So a nerve was struck, and I've been I was reliably informed that they would want to have a word with me. The core team, they would want to have a word with me. Yes, they would want to have a word with me. So this is great. It's great news. When I say the core team, I don't necessarily mean Nicholas and Chenjao, but what I'm saying is it could be any of them. It could be the other members of the core team, the ones whose faces we don't see, the ones behind the scenes. It could be any of them. However, it doesn't matter who it is. As long as they're a member of the core team, I'm ready to listen on your behalf. Remember that, on your behalf. So it will probably be a phone conversation or a WhatsApp conversation. And then when that happens, I'll ask them if I do have permission in order to, deliver the news to you. But one thing that I've been told, obviously categorically, is that the core team are hearing us. They're hearing us. They know exactly what we're saying. But you see, so many people are saying different things. And trust me, Pi Network, the number of pioneers in Pi Network are on average the size of a country. So imagine running a country with your cabinet members. It's very difficult. So you're going to have differences in opinion. And that's what we have with Pi. However, we have to look for the common denominator. And that's what you deal with, the common denominator. In this case, the common denominator is the fact that a lot of people are getting uneasy because of the fact that, and anxious, of course, as a result of the fact that mass KYC, nothing has been said about it as of before I released the video, as at the time I released the video. However, I'm going to tell you what happened after I released that video. I will be right back. I'm back. This is Ray from Race United. Smash that like button if you've watched till this stage, and don't skip. Just keep watching, okay? Keep watching. It's important that I tell you exactly how things are. Now, so I've been reliably informed, like I said before, the core team would want to have a meet with me, virtually, of course, not physically. I live in the United Kingdom. They live in the United States, so we can't meet physically. So we'll meet virtually, which is probably, I know it's going to be probably WhatsApp or Telegram or something, but whichever the means is, I'm going to meet them. That will be behind closed doors. I'm not going to tell you exactly when, but I'm yet to be given any information with respect to when that could happen. And obviously we got a time zone issue because they're in the west coast of United States, which is about 8 hours ahead of the UK. So we have to work out something which is conducive for all of us, so I can have this conversation with them on your behalf. Now, with respect to mass KYC, they're working on things. They obviously don't have enough servers to contain mass KYC, just as you know, just as I've said. But they're trying to acquire a lot more servers in order to be able to contain the number of people that are going to get onto their system to get themselves KYC. They're trialing so many different things. Remember that. I was very animated in the other video, rightly so, on your behalf, because I've been KYC'd. I've been migrated. I didn't have to do the video, but I did it because I care about the Pi community. And when people get uneasy and restless and anxious, I have 2 children who are of school-going age, you understand? And when they get restless and easy, I get restless and easy. You understand it? When they get anxious, I get anxious, and it's the same thing. So if I'm leading a small group of people on Race United and people are getting restless and uneasy and anxious, I'm going to get restless, uneasy and anxious. So I need to do something. And that's why I did what I did. And so in doing so, I'm getting a response, and that response is positive. I can say that it's positive. And I want you guys to also urge it. Put it on social media, positively, of course. I don't want anybody calling Pi a scam. Pi is not a scam. Remember that. Pi is some serious business. You understand what I'm saying? So don't take it for granted. Yes, you've not been KYC'd yet. Yes, you've not been migrated. Yes, you've not been invited to do your KYC. And no, mass KYC hasn't happened. No, the enclosed network is not working as it's supposed to be. And we're not in the open network yet. So there's so much to be done. However, we need to prioritize. And in doing so, we get a lot more people, you know, quite satisfied. I'm not going to sit here and say the court should do things their own way. No, they didn't get here because they did things their own way. They got here because of suggestions from you and I, or you and me. You get what I'm saying? So that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to listen to us, but obviously I'm going to be a bit of a mouthpiece, and so I'm sort of representative to those of you that watch me, those of you that are loyal to the Raise United sort of a group, and you know, I'll do that for you. You get what I'm saying? So put your questions across, of course, the questions that you want to be answered. And I'm telling you, it has to be very good, well-constructed questions. I'm going to sift through all of that. And when I do the shows during the weekend called Ray Reacts Live, you will be able to have the opportunity to ask more questions, and then I'll jot them down and obviously relay them to whoever is going to be the representatives of the core team. Good news it is. You understand? It's good news, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. This is Ray from Raise United. We're all smiling again, aren't we? We're smiling after the other video. But hey, that video stands. Let's keep pushing the agenda. Smash that like button, guys. Smash the subscriber button. Become a member. You know, when you become a member, we can form a small little group where we do a lot of group calls and that. Obviously, I'm trying to do some group calls with members on WhatsApp. But unfortunately, the WhatsApp group, when you're more than eight people, more than 8 people can't be on it at the same time. That's why I moved it to Telegram. But Telegram is also another disadvantage. Anyway, we'll try and find out ways to do things. And before that, guys, you know what to do. Let's push this agenda, because it's a good one. Do you know what I mean? It's a very good one. Please, the negativity definitely has to stop. Let your argument be constructive and obviously something that people would want to hear. Do you get what I'm saying? But if you call Pi a scam, hey, that's your prerogative. Pi is not a scam. I can tell you that here and now. It can never be. It's not a scam. I support Pi wholeheartedly. But, you know, when somebody's in government and they're running things, you need to, you know, try and tell them, look, you're missing this, you're missing that. Don't look too far ahead of yourself, because there's better things in front of you that you need to deal with, which is the present. And the present is paramount. You get what I'm saying? This is one big happy family. We're 40 million plus strong, engaged pioneers. And, you know, we're just kicking on. Things are happening behind the scenes. But, yeah, we need mass KYC. And I can tell you here and now, whatever conversation I'm going to have with them is about mass KYC. All right? So I'll let you know. It could be sometime next week, which, as I'm speaking right now, the video will be released, or is released. You're watching right now. It's on the 22nd of September. So, sometime next week, you know, towards the end of September, we will have a conversation, the core team and myself, and I'll let you know exactly what was said. The name is Ray. The channel is Raise United, and the word is peace. You know I love you all, and I'll do anything for you. Take care. God bless.